Welcome to Torah Adventures. This is episode 5, The Test. On the third day of the week, commonly known as Tuesday, Ezra's mother set the table for breakfast in the home of Ezra's grandparents. Mr. Lopez died when Ezra was 3 years old, so he and his mother have been living with Miss Lopez's parents for the past 3 years. Ezra, come eat so you can start on schoolwork.
Okay, I'm coming, Mom,
replied Ezra as he got out of bed and went to wash his hands.
Yay, berry bowls.
Said Ezra as he saw the big bowls of blueberries, bananas, walnuts, and chia seeds. Later that day, when Ezra was about to begin his 5th subject, his mom came to him and told him about the house next door being for rent and that they might be able to rent it. Let's pray about it together, because it would be a blessing to be so close to your grandma and grandpa. After they finished praying, Miss Lopez went to talk to the owner about the house. $650 is a little much, but doable, especially for all the space we're getting. Okay, I'll come to the office tomorrow and put down the deposit. Thank you, sir, said Miss Lopez, and ended the call. On the 4th day of the week, Ezra, his mother, and grandmother went to the rental office to give them the money and do the paperwork for the house. Everything seemed to be falling into place. When would you like to move in? Asked the property manager as she made copies and stapled them together. In 2 weeks. That will be the first of the month, which will give enough time for cleaning and repairs. Sounds good. We'll give you the keys then, said the lady, and shook hands with Ezra's mother.
I'm going to call Caitlin later to tell her about our new home.
Later that day, he called his best friend and found out that she wasn't feeling well. He asked her what happened, and she told him she'd eaten some unwashed fruit that made her stomach hurt. It's my fault, because I didn't listen to Mom. But anyway, what did you want to talk about? Ezra told her about the house next door, and how they went today to pay a deposit so they could move in 2 weeks. Wow, that's great. Then you can have your own space to play with your Legos and stuff. Ezra said he had to go do some chores before dinner.
See you on Shabbat,
he said before they ended their call. A week went by, and Miss Lopez was still thinking and praying about the house next door. Yehovah, please stop us if it's not your will for us to move into the house, she said as she stood outside in the moonlight. The next day, Ezra sat at the kitchen table working on a report. Ezra, as soon as you're done, get ready. I want to go to the store and get a few things. Miss Lopez wondered when the inspection would be, but remembered the passage in the Bible about not worrying, but to petition Yehovah for everything, and His will would be done. The day before the scheduled move-in date, a man from the rental company called Ezra's mother. Hello? Yes. Okay. I'll be there in a few minutes. Thanks. Bye. Ezra was told he had to stay home with his grandmother, while his mom and grandfather were going to pick up the key to the house. We're not moving in until the first of the week, since tomorrow is the biblical day of rest, Miss Lopez told the lady at the rental office. I see that no one came to clean yet, so when will that be done? The lady said a cleaning crew would be there tomorrow to have the place ready on Sunday.
Finally, we get to see what our new home looks like.
Ezra said, coming over to give his mom a big hug. Then Ezra, his mom, and grandfather went over to see the new home.
This place is one room bigger than your house, Pop.
Ezra said to his grandfather as he went from room to room. Glad I brought some flashlights. 2 of these rooms don't have a window, so we can't see the details. Several things needed to be repaired, but Ezra's grandfather assured them that it was an easy fix. However, when Ezra's grandmother came to see the place, she had a different opinion. Oh, Mom, you're right. This place is much worse than I realized, said Ezra's mom, shining a light on some big holes behind the stove. These are holes made by rats, Ezra, and look at all the broken tiles on the counter. Disappointed, the 4 of them left the house and went back to their home to talk about what should be done. There is just too much that needs to be fixed. I even saw the termite damage in a small room off to the side of the living room. Miss Lopez, Ezra, and his grandparents got into the car and drove to the rental office. Hi, ma'am. I decided I don't want to rent this place. It's really bad, and no one came to fix anything, said Miss Lopez, handing the key back to the lady. When they got home, Ezra's mom went to her room to be alone and pray. Yehovah, I don't understand. This was supposed to be our home and a place where we could have our Shabbat meetings. What happened was your will, though. Thank you for letting me see how bad things were before I moved in. After she finished praying, Miss Lopez went to fix lunch for herself and Ezra. That evening, Ezra came to talk to his mom.
Mom, why did this happen with the house?
Said Ezra, as he came into the family room and sat next to his mother on the couch.
It makes you sad that I won't get my own playroom or schoolroom.
I've been asking Yehovah the same thing, Ezra. I'm glad he saved us from getting stuck in a year-long contract, but I'm sad that we don't get our own house, too. Go play in your room for a while. I'll be back before it's time to get ready for bed. The next day was a cool and sunny Shabbat. Ezra, I believe I've been shown what happened with us not getting the house, said his mom as she sat down beside him on the front porch.
What is it?
It's like in the book of Genesis, where Yehovah tested Abraham by telling him to go sacrifice his son.
What do you mean?
Yehovah let Abraham get up to the mountain and put his son Isaac on the altar. But before he could do anything else, Yehovah stopped him and told him it was a test. Ezra thought for a moment.
I see. I guess Yehovah was testing us.
I believe so. And we passed, Miss Lopez said, hugging her son. The end.